Do you remember the Grey Cup last year? You know, Ottawa, swirling fat snowflakes, Shania Twain being pulled by sled dogs. The Calgary Stampeders, the Titan-like favorites, and the Toronto Argonauts, the self-described group of forgotten toys who somehow, miraculously, won. If you were there, you remember. The people involved will never forget my rookie year, in 2002, losing the Grey Cup. That sticks with you, says Argonauts quarterback Ricky Ray. That still sticks with me today. I still remember that whole off-season, just thinking about the game. I still find myself thinking about it now, you know, losing that game at home. Same with the last Grey Cup. I enjoyed that one, and thought a lot about it in the off-season, and still think about it today. I think being a part of both sides of it, it's still something that's in my mind. The Argos are aiming for incremental growth in attendance this season, says President Bill Manning, and hoping cheap tickets and an improved game day experience is the answer. Richard Loudons, Toronto Star, you're going to be thinking about it the rest of your life, says running back James Wilder Jr. You can say you're not, but you are. We got a taste of the good, and it felt great. 7 months later, as the Argonauts prepare for their home opener against Calgary on Saturday night, the big question is the same question. They can win, but what will it take for Toronto to love them? I think it's going to be a longer project, says new Argos team president Bill Manning, who is also the president of Toronto FC. I think what we're looking to do and what ownership have asked me to do is stabilize the franchise, and then for lack of a better word, how do we make it cool again? It's 660,000 viewers for the last game, 175,000 who are in Ontario. How do we get them to come out, and how do we get them to enjoy the in-game experience? And I'm conservatively excited, for lack of a better word, about the home opener. Article continued below. The home opener is nearly a sellout, but a sellout is closer to 20,000, with the Upper East seats covered over this season. Season tickets are up 25% to about 6,000. Last season, in the friendly and scenic confines of BMO Field, the Argos averaged 13,913 fans per game, about half of capacity, and down from their first year there. The next lowest number in the CFL was Montreal at 19,521, at 83% of capacity. The average for the non-Toronto CFL teams was almost 26,000. So what will it take? Yeah, that's a good question, says Ray, who has been in Toronto since 2012. That's something that, my time in Toronto, it's been a hot topic just with fan support at the games, and in my opinion I just think there's been so much negativity around it. You know, people talking about why aren't people going. People hear that and they don't want to go to a game because it sounds like it's a bad experience or something, and I think we just need to start talking about what a great experience it can be to go down and watch a CFL game. It's a great product, it's a great stadium, it's a great atmosphere. If we start talking about the fun that fans can have going to a CFL game rather than always harping on why it's not happening, I think we can change that perspective of going to a game, and instead of it being uncool, you know, an uncool thing to do, maybe fans will look at it as a really fun thing to do, and we can do our part by winning our home games, and make the city and the team and the fans proud to come to our fans and support us, says Wilder. Championships have never solved the problem before. The game experience might. They're trying stuff like giving out replica championship rings to the first several thousand fans at Stanley Barracks, across from the stadium, which the Argos envision as a pre-game replacement for tailgating, with live music and beer and hot dog deals. But the most important part is the simplest: more cheap tickets. Gotta get people in the building. Article continued below. Now you can get in the game, essentially, for $20, says Manning. Unless you want some of the more premium seats, and that's any venue, they're going to be more expensive. But if you just want to come out to the game with your family, in my mind, I want a family to be able to come for 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs and 4 drinks, for $100. That was my goal, and I think we've accomplished that. And those aren't the 50-yard line seats. But they're decent seats. It's a pretty good venue, and once we start selling all the seats in the lower bowl in the west side, then we start selling the upper east side, and that's when we can really start pushing off. I'm really hoping for incremental growth. Like, if we sell an additional 1,500 tickets this year, I'll consider that success. Then the year after another 1,000, 1,500. And then all of a sudden you're looking 3 years, 4 years from now, are they averaging 19,000, 20,000 a game? Hey guys, that's pretty good. That's how I see it. Before that Grey Cup last year, that unforgettable championship, receiver Devier Posey said, I mean, this city is so great and they love their sports so much. We just want you guys to love us. It will take time, if it happens at all. Bruce Arthur is a Toronto-based sports columnist. Follow him on Twitter, @Bruce_Arthur.